Snopes CEO says government, not fact checkers, to blame for censoring Hunter Biden's story. He said, "Who told Zuckerberg to limit the reach?" Um, yeah, it is the government, but also the fact checkers too. The fact checkers were the ones lying to the people and stuff and saying that it was fake, saying it was the laptop wasn't real. So I blame both. Both are to blame to what what happened with censorship. So we're gonna talk about it, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Mediaite. We're gonna get to the video in a minute. But Snopes CEO and co-owner Chris Richmond told MSNBC Saturday that the federal government and not fact checkers censored reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop story ahead of the 2020 election. Again, the fact checkers were the ones that recommend these things. They acting like the fact checkers shouldn't be blamed for any of this. That's not true. But the comment response to Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg telling Joe Rogan on Friday that Facebook was removing the fact checkers and switching to a community note system like that used by X, formerly Twitter. Zuckerberg equated Meta's fact-checking moderation system to something from George Orwell's 1984 and said third-party fact-checkers used by the company, quote, were biased. Duh. What have we been saying about this for years? What have conservatives been saying about this for years? The CEO went on to claim that during the Biden administration, his company's employees were essentially bullied into censoring memes and factually true statements. On MSNBC's Velshi on Saturday morning, Richmond defended his industry, said he viewed community note systems positively and said it was the government and ultimately not fact checkers who suppressed reporting about the Hunter Biden laptop story. Again, I disagree with him on this. They have just as much to blame than the government. But let's play this clip here. Here we go.
Chris, Mark says that the fact checkers have become, his words, politically biased, and that shifting to this community note system will presumably crowdsource it. It becomes a fairer approach. Talk to me about that, because one's mind might say crowdsourcing should help. It does improve a lot of things in life, but sometimes it doesn't. So how should we think about this?
Well, I think taking a step back first, let's talk about how Mark Zuckerberg is saying, oh, well, the fact checkers or biased fact checkers are causing censorship. And we've already established that Facebook was one that determined when posts are taken down or not.
So you didn't say that you're not biased though. Snopes is biased. Everyone knows that Snopes is a leftist organization. They go out of their way to protect progressives, leftists, liberals, Democrats. They go out their way to protect them. So you can't pretend like you're not biased, like you're not to blame, like you didn't call the Hunter Biden laptop story false. You know, come on.
Or not. But let's look at the most famous example of Facebook censoring content, and that was the Hunter Biden laptop story. And we say, well, it was fact checkers, right, who told Zuckerberg to limit the reach of that? No, it was the government. So Facebook complied with the government, and then the fact checkers get the blame. If Kamala Harris would have won, would he be taking any of these same actions now? No.
That's a great question.
He complied with what the government wanted then, and he's complying what the new administration wants now. But that's not to say that there's not some good in the change that he's making. I agree that a community note system is great. It should be transparent. The problem is that Facebook has this black box system that they can do what they want and just pass off the blame. Like we want a more transparent system. We should be pushing to community notes. But to say that you're going to remove fact checkers as part of the process, I think that's where the issue is. And I can tell you firsthand that community notes with a free community fact checking doesn't get the job done, because a large percentage of the fact checks that we're doing every day is from misinformation we see going viral on X. So Community Notes is a great system, but it just can't keep up with just the free community.
So there you go. He hating.
Tremendous is a
He basically passing the buck because he's trying to save his business. You know, Snopes are supposed fact checkers, right? And how many times have the so-called fact checkers been wrong? How many times? Just ridiculous. That he's trying to pass the buck like he like they don't hold any blame here. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.